Considering the huge amounts of all that happened in the first 2 episodes, filling a 1 minute and 30-second recap is actually quite impressive. Running between a giant polar sloth's legs without consent. Creating your vanity intro to only include helmets or droids, which means you end up including an MSE-6 repair droid instead of a Han Solo. This Darth Vader gets dressed while Obi-Wan prays to the cameo voices on high segment goes on for all the some time. Wait, I'm confused. Everything we've seen before shows the helmet and faceplate as 2 distinct parts that need to be placed on in order. The faceplate hinges on the mouthpiece, and then the helmet seals it all into the compression chamber. And don't give me any crap about them changing to a new suit, because they would have had to change back by the time Luke removes it later at his death. This isn't a new Coke situation. It's a continuity error. Look, edging is great, or so I've been told, but there comes a point when heavy breathing alone loses its impact, and you just need to release the red stick of doom, modeling your evil Lair after Mordor Middle-earth.
I have been watching you, third sister.
It's so great to have James Earl Jones back for this. Hang on, I need to adjust a few things here. Okay. It's so great to have the digitally recreated and disembodied voice harnessed outside of its original owner with no human performance and ruthlessly mined to generate dollars for a soulless corporation back for this.
Are we almost there?
Kid asks an adult, are we there yet in a transportation situation? Cliche.
Can't you use Force on it or something?
That's not how it works.
I mean, it could though, right? If I know one thing about Star Wars, the Force can be used to do the exact things the story needs it to, but then also won't do the exact things the story needs it not to. So really, Obi-Wan, just use a Jedi mind trick on the writers and you should be good to go.
Have you ever been afraid of the dark? How does it feel when you turn on the light?
I feel safe.
Comparing the mystical galactic weave that provides superpowers to both good and evil to a nightlight.
Lola!
She was a show droid with red accents on her flare and 7 lives or so to spare. You hear that sound? It's as if millions of zippers simultaneously unzipped in ecstasy because yet another Star Wars spaceship takeoff or landing has been shown in its mind-meltingly slow entirety. Phew! We traded the sand deserts of Tatooine for something completely different. A dusty desert.
What is this place?
Mapuzo. It's a mining system.
Writing dialogue into your show for the sole purpose of Wikipedia. Look at all this headroom. This is a ton of wasted space. Why are there so many stormtroopers just aimlessly patrolling? Aimlessly.
He could be anywhere. I traced the manifest.
Oh, you traced the manifest, did you? Cool. So should I send this for such a generic tactic explanation or send it for Obi-Wan being able to be followed because of such a generic tactic explanation? Just throw a cent on and let the comments fall where they may. And when the sea metronome is fully mature, it will spread its seed to the other planets so that a new generation of aquatic melodic timing devices can populate the galaxy. At least I assume that's what's happening here, considering we're spending all this time on it.
You don't talk.
Got it.
I feel, rather frustratingly, that she will very quickly prove that she doesn't in fact got it.
Maybe they're just late?
Maybe it was a lie. I knew it. I never should have trusted him.
We don't know if maybe...
No one is coming here, Leia.
Man, Obi-Wan sure did turn into a condescending, cynical prick over the last 10 years, didn't he? He reprimands Leia's optimism so quickly and forcefully here that he might as well have threatened her with a timeout if she dared say anything else even the slightest bit hopeful. Also, as shown at the end of the episode, Obi-Wan gives up way too quickly on this meeting. I mean, it's not like they had a set time of departure from Space Vegas or a set arrival time on slightly greener Tatooine, so how does anyone know when the actual meeting time is supposed to be? And if it's a trap, wouldn't they have been caught as soon as they turned up?
What are you doing?
Maybe they can give us a ride to the spaceport.
But it's not safe.
Then stop her. My goodness, man, if you truly believe this is too dangerous, then stop letting the 10-year-old make all the decisions. Especially since what sounds like Zach Braff doing a Seth Rogen impersonation here does give them up to the stormtroopers.
Father, aren't you going to say hello?
Hello?
There. Come on, you were dying for him to say it too.
They're moving us around. Looking for a Jedi.
I can't believe that in the last 10 years, Obi-Wan, the most famous living Jedi, doesn't have one of the most recognizable faces in the galaxy. Especially to stormtroopers hunting a Jedi.
What are you doing out here?
That's a long story.
It's a long way.
The stormtrooper version of A Long Way is apparently a 1 minute and 15-second journey. Good to know.
They know what they're doing, Leia.
I can sort of go with Obi-Wan has lost touch with the Force, or Obi-Wan is getting older and his skills are diminishing. But I'm not sure I can get on board with Obi-Wan in a moment of crucial conversation when he should be on high alert, calls his undercover daughter by her actual name, as if he's some third-rate criminal in an episode of NCIS.
Are you my real father?
I wish I could say I was.
Weird time to tell Leia he regrets missing the opportunity to bang her mom, but okay.
I remember a baby.
A baby?
Yes, I think I had a brother.
Coming soon to a Disney Plus near you. Obi-Wan Kenobi. A story so important you won't believe how little you care about Star Wars anymore.
A couple of strays I found. Thought you might want to check them out.
No, not Freck. Betrayed by the only one. Betrayed by someone so... Betrayed by... Who was Freck again?
Initiate Protocol 23.
No, not Protocol 23. How will they stop when the troopers do what will happen when... What was Protocol 23 again? Holy sh**, that stormtrooper just got cut in half. Bisected stormtrooper is the new Titanic propeller guy, and I demand merch. Also, despite having the high ground that Obi-Wan is so fond of, this stormtrooper won't join in on the fight until all of his friends are dead. Surely shooting the control panel only works if the control panel is also the power source for the barrier. This is like me smashing my keyboard and expecting my PC to turn off. Also, would it have really been so hard to walk around it?
Out of the way.
He says to the person who is no longer in the way, so the audience will know he's a dick. You know, in case the fact that he's a stormtrooper didn't tip you off to that possibility. Quick, another adult is kneeling to talk with Leia. Emotional conversation is incoming. Skip now. It is not wise to upset a Cine.
Droid maintenance. It's all automated. No one ever comes in here.
Which means that when anyone sees you go in there, it's probably suspicious, no? Next time pick a hideout where you won't be found out just by walking through the front door, maybe?
He's just a loader. They don't allow them to communicate.
But what if he has something to say?
Actions speak louder than words.
So that would be communicating, then.
Quinlan was here.
Quinlan, you say, as if I'm supposed to have watched every single Star Wars thing and know that name and be very excited. Which of course I have, because I'm totally as big of a Star Wars fan as you are, and I'm well aware of how that one time when Quinlan did that one thing. Hey, question, why are the Jedi writing their names on the wall? Like some sort of Jedi database in case his room is ever discovered?
What does it say?
Only when the eyes are closed can you truly see.
That's actually only the first line. I've read this one on a bathroom stall before. The full poem is, only when the eyes are closed can you truly see, because that's when the sense of smell comes to distinguish from pee. It really ruins the full impact when you cut it short like that, Obi.
Someone must have seen us. We're moving up the timeline.
Wait, if that was always an option, why wasn't it always the plan?
I can't imagine Obi-Wan Kenobi doing anything wrong.
Showing a complete lack of imagination.
Ben? What is it?
He's sensing Darth Anakin, that's what. Because anytime the story needs it, Force users can sense another important Force user around them. But sometimes when it wouldn't make sense, they just completely miss it. Like, for instance, when you're within a few feet of your own Force-sensitive daughter. Just as one random example. Dude, Vader just Force-snapped a kid's neck for defending his father. I'm super glad this whole saga is about the redemption of this guy. Every move just makes the end of Episode 6 so much more jubilant. Okay, I'm only human, let's do this. Oh, okay, well, I'm sure they're saving the epic battle for the end of the episode. I just hope that it doesn't end up being Episode 4 in New Hope.
What have you become?
Mostly a villainous trump card for Disney to pull out every time they need to goose their IP interest a bit, if we're being honest. Reva checks the exact building she needs to check, and we're never told why other than the inquisitive look she gave Discount Bumblebee.
The years have made you weak.
Wait until you see what the next 10 years does to him. He'll almost look like another person. The thing is on wheels, Reva. There'll be plenty of opportunities to show your powers. You don't have to force it now.
Keep running till you reach the port. A pilot will meet you there.
She leaves the 10-year-old princess alone. I know Vader's toying with an out-of-practice Obi-Wan, but I've seen more captivating lightsaber battles at the local swimming pool with foam water noodles.
Now you will suffer, Obi-Wan.
Anakin and Obi-Wan set each other on fire in Episode 3 of a Star Wars property. Cliche. Also, Obi-Wan survives this without needing a life support suit or needing to be voiced by James Earl Jones. And despite Darth literally just easily putting the same fire out mere seconds ago, this will offer enough cover for the several minutes Obi-Wan needs to be saved.
Are you the one I'm supposed to meet?
No, that's Reva, which makes no sense considering she was on the other side of those tunnels, and Leia's been clearly shown to be the fastest sprinter in the known galaxy and was running the entire way. Also, my favorite thing is that this show is now basically the shampoo of Star Wars shows. It just keeps wash, rinse, repeating. Episode 1, Leia kidnapped. Episode 2, Leia rescued. Episode 3, Leia kidnapped. I hope it just goes on like this for another 20 episodes, so we really hammer home the point that Leia's defining characteristic is just continuously being in peril.
You fire! You fire! You fire!
Oh, will you shut up?
You fire!
One for the Dark Lord on his dark throne in the land of Mordor.
What's the matter?
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
There were fields and families.
Old man Peabody owned all of this. He had this crazy idea about breeding pine trees.
You are not in charge here.
You're not the boss of me.
Yes, I am.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
This is my father, Orden. We're farmers from Tull.
Behold the Underminer! I am always beneath you, but nothing is beneath me!
Are you my real father?
You are not the father!
Oh, son of a... That's gonna leave a mark.
It wasn't your fault, Leia.
It's not your fault.
They don't allow them to communicate.
But what if he has something to say?
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
See what?
The way.
This is the way.